Hello to all my story lovers. Welcome back in Storytime channel. I'm Pallavi reading interesting stories for you. This is the story of Krishna, Duryodhana, Karna and Arjuna, that is from Mahabharata. Let's go to the story. The story name is The Face of God. Before go to the story, please subscribe my channel, and if you like this story, then hit the like button, bell icon. Okay, now let's go to the story. When their exile was over, the Pandavas went back to the Kauravas to reclaim their kingdom. But Duryodhana refused to give it back. Thus, breaking his promise, the Pandavas also found out to their dismay that Indraprastha, their beautiful capital, had been reduced to a village in their absence. Even then, they didn't want to wage a war on their cousins, and so they went to the Krishna for advice. A war brings unimaginable destruction of every kind. I agree with you, said Krishna. I have a plan, he added. I will be your messenger of peace and go to the Duryodhana's court. I will request for 5 villages, one for each of you. We will ask for Indraprastha, Sonaprastha, Paniprastha, Tilaprastha, and Bhima Sthala. It is nothing compared to what Duryodhana owes you, so I hope he will agree and this issue is resolved soon. Krishna sent a message right away to Duryodhana informing him of his visit as ambassador of the Pandavas. Duryodhana began to panic. Krishna was not only a great statesman but also a gifted orator, known for his powers of persuasion. If he managed to convince the elders of the family to see things this way, Duryodhana knew that he would be forced to give back the kingdom to the Pandavas. Despite his concern, Duryodhana, wanting to show off his hospitality as a prince of Hastinapur, arranged for a fantastic meal for his visitor. Krishna visited the court and presented the proposal that required Duryodhana to relinquish his power over only 5 villages. There were murmurs of agreement in the court. After all, what were 5 villages compared to a half a kingdom? Duryodhana's friend Karna said to him, I suggest you agree to this proposal and hand over the villages for the sake of peace in the kingdom and the family. Duryodhana, however, did not listen to him. He hated the Pandavas too much to let go of anything. Karna, he said, if you want half of my kingdom, I will give it to you without a second thought. But I don't want to give the Pandavas anything, not even a tiny dot equaling to a pinpoint. They don't deserve anything from me. Krishna, keenly observing what was going on, now spoke to Duryodhana's father. Dhritarashtra, O king, you must intervene. If you don't, you will be responsible for the heroic war. A kingdom can only flourish when there's peace. So I entreat you, advise your son to take the deal. King Dhritarashtra turned to his son and tried to convince him, but to no avail. Duryodhana refused to budge. Finally, Krishna looked at Duryodhana and said, I have tried my best to prevent the war that is coming. I understand now that this is your destiny. You will be responsible not only for the death of your family and friends but also many innocent who have nothing to do with this petty fight. You will also be accountable for the deaths of all the good people who will stand by your side out of friendship or loyalty. Women will lose their husbands and parents will lose their children. But I see no other way out. He stood up. I must leave now, he said with resignation. But you must eat with us before you depart, said Duryodhana. I have got the most delicious dishes in the kingdom prepared for you. Ah, a meal must be eaten at a place where your heart has affection for the people around you, or the compulsion to feed your body because of hunger. I have neither right now. I must go, insisted Krishna. Duryodhana's ego was hurt. Who does he think he is? He thought. He has grown up with cowherds and doesn't even own kingdom. How can he turn down an invitation from the prince of Hastinapur? He lost his temper. Put this man in jail, he ordered his soldiers. How dare he reject an offer of a meal from me? Krishna was immediately surrounded by soldiers. He smiled. I was born in a prison, and yet nobody could stop my chain father from taking me to the Vrindavan despite the number of soldiers on guard, heavy winds, and the cold rain in the dark night. Those who have tried to poison me or kill me have invariably brought death upon themselves. I have neither a beginning nor an end. I have everything, but I have nothing. I am all seeing. I can behold both the creation and the destruction of this world. Try all you want, but you cannot imprison me. Krishna started growing in size in a few moments, become so big that his head touched the high ceiling of the court. Everyone was amazed. Suddenly there was so much light that Duryodhana had to close his eyes. So did all the soldiers. Karna, Bhishma, and Drona, however, could see this form of the god. Krishna, in this particular form, had many heads and multiple arms holding weapons and the other divine objects. They also saw a vision, the terrible war, and their own deaths. Bhishma knelt before Krishna in awe. Before anyone could recover, Krishna reverted to his human form and walked out of the room. Karna ran behind Krishna and said, "O Keshava, you are no ordinary human being. I have known this for a long time, but it is only today that I realize who you are. You are beyond any description or understanding. You are everywhere and you are nowhere. I am fortunate and blessed to have seen you in this great avatar of Vishwarupa. You show me how I would die, and I retain the knowledge that we all are going to perish in the imminent war. But I noticed that you were Arjuna's charioteer. I am an archer, but also the son of charioteer myself. May I have the pleasure of being your charioteer today and escorting you to wherever you wish to go? Let's go towards the Ganga." Krishna replied thoughtfully. Once they reached their destination, Krishna said, "You don't know everything about your past, Karna. You may have been raised by the king's charioteer Adiratha and his wife Radha, but you are also my cousin, the first child of my Aunt Kunti. You are the oldest brother of Pandavas. That's why you are a lot like them." Krishna paused. He wanted to give Karna time to absorb this. Karna was unprepared for this life-changing revelation. He had noticed Kunti a few times and always thought of her as Pandava's mother. Suddenly he felt an inexplicable pain run through his body. How could he be the brother of the hated Pandavas, especially his arch enemy Arjuna? He had always been ready to fight them for Duryodhana, but now he thought made the blood drained from his face. But he knew that Krishna wasn't lying. He had always felt like misfit in his clan and among the Kauravas. He had never even considered the possibility that he had been adopted. His parents Adhiratha and Radha had never given him any reason to think so. Krishna's revelation explained many of the things that had puzzled him about his life. He looked at Krishna with hurt and betrayal in his eyes. Why did you tell me this before the war? How can I fight with the people I cannot be enemies with? I am lost now. Krishna cajoled him, saying, the truth is the truth. Now that you know that you are the oldest of the Pandava brother, you should join them. I am hoping Duryodhana will agree to give the Pandavas their due, at least for your sake, and make you their leader. The Pandavas are obedient and will accept your governance. You are the only one who can help prevent the war. Karna was astonished by Krishna's logic. Krishna, how can you ask that of me? I can't simply switch sides. I know that Duryodhana is in the wrong, but he is my best friend. His wish is my command. You have shown me my death, and that remains my destiny. I will follow the path of my conscience. Please let me know where else you would like to go, and I will take you. Krishna was disappointed at the refusal, but he appreciated Karna's devotion to the Duryodhana and accepted his decision. You can take me to the Vidura's house for lunch, he said. Karna was puzzled. May I ask you a question? Krishna nodded. You rejected Duryodhana's sumptuous feast and are instead going to the Vidura's humble home for a meal. Why? Vidura is my friend and has always been kind to me. Eating a simple meal with a friend is better than partaking of a royal feast at Duryodhana's house. It is not food, but affection that I crave, said Krishna, smiling. The form that Krishna appeared in the Duryodhana's court is called Vishwarupa Darshana, or the universal form. This is the universal form of Krishna. Do you like this story? Then comment it and subscribe my channel. Bye bye.